Hello everybody. This is the third and final summer 2021 Lego City set. As I've said, I've just been delayed so many times on these sets. So many new things kept popping up in life and that. So yeah, it is 2022 and I am finally here to do this big summer 2021 set from Lego City. This is called the Wildlife Rescue Operation, and yeah, it's a part of their safari theme. Includes animals, of course, and of course that's mainly why I got these sets in the first place. This set, of course, contains the brand new elephant figure for that year for the summer wave, as well as a new crocodile, a baby elephant, and 2 monkeys. Good selection of animals, but is this set any good? Let's find out. Okie dokie. So what do we have in this set to offer? Well, first, let's get rid of the chopper, because that's really the main star of the show, but let's clear everything else. Clear this camp, clear the other vehicle, and we're just gonna look at purely the terrain first. So first things first, they do give you 2 of these little boulders, rocks, you know, these classic ones that can be cracked open, as I like to call it, an egg, because it feels like you're cracking open an egg. It's a weird analogy, just go with it. But there's nothing inside, obviously, but I guess this, I don't really know the point of it. Why are there just 2 huge boulders just sitting around? But I guess the scenario is basically the tree might have fallen onto the river, blocking the baby elephant from crossing over, and then the crocodile might be a threat. So the safari people are using these boulders to smash the tree apart, so the baby elephant can go to its mother before the crocodile kills it. That might be a little bit dark, but it's an ideal scenario, an ideal play scenario. I guess that's what these rocks are for. So yeah, you get 2 rocks in this set. Okay, so this is basically the terrain build, and as you can see, it is quite flat. There is really nothing going on. It's more of a big base plate with a tree at the back. Now I guess this represents a swamp, because there's like a crossover between the swamp and the plains, because there's a crocodile, and there's also a nest of crocodile eggs right there. So to me, it feels like it could use more. Remember, this set is it's a $100+ set, and really the biggest thing that made this set expensive was the chopper, which we'll look at. But I feel like they could add some terrain. You know, you got some bushes here on this side with a bunch of, you know, flat plates to represent the safari grass, and we got some smooth what do you call it, smooth plate tiles here. I guess just makes moving animals around a lot easier, or for the crocodile, say if he's doing a swimming motion. And that's it. There's a lot of empty gaps too, as you'll notice, like from throughout here. There's a lot of empty space. I feel like there could have just been more, maybe like a couple more trees, not just one singular tree, because again, the value of the set. Really, if Lego added more things here, like I'm talking about officially, of course you could do that yourself, but if they added more like trees, maybe some like a big bulky tree, it just feels much better when you're paying $120 for this set and not know that it's the helicopter is the reason why you're paying that much. So honestly, I would see this in a 4+ set, like maybe a $40 4+ set. This would make more sense, not in a set like this. So I feel a little lackluster about this. Like I just feel like it could use more. It could really use it. Make no mistake, it doesn't look bad, but it just looks plain. It needs more. Now, the interesting thing here is just right here, the crocodile eggs in the nests right there, and then of course a tree, which does have that play feature of falling down, hence the scenario I was describing earlier with the rocks. And of course you can probably see how it works. You can see the Technic lift arm right here. You pull that, or you push it, sorry, and then the tree just tumbles down. Well, it doesn't exactly touch the ground, as you can see, because there's something there to stop the bricks, so it kind of just stops like this. It's like gravity is a little weird in the Lego world, but yeah, it's very simple. You literally do this and it just falls over like that. I guess you can make it fall over if it completely comes off the stud. But I pressed pretty hard, so that was probably why. Yeah, so just like that. Very, very simple, easy to reset. And that's the point of it. It's supposed to be easy to reset. So here's what it looks like from the back. Other than that, there's really not that much, because there's nothing much to talk about. This thing is just so plain, like except for the tree. That was really the most interesting thing. So yeah, I feel like Lego should put more. That's all I gotta say. So let's move on. Okay, the most important thing probably in the set that of course I'm gonna have to highlight is the chopper, the rescue chopper. This is the star of the show. Given in the name, it's called a rescue operation. So it is on 3 wheels, as you can see, so therefore it can be moved around, and of course the front wheels can be steered, so essentially you can drive this helicopter if you need to without even flying it. So that's an interesting way to put it. Overall, it's a pretty neat helicopter, to say the least. The colors are very nice, the prints are also very nice, the rotors are massive, and of course it's a helicopter, so it has to be rotatable. And it's doing the job quite nicely, as you can see. It's a very simplistic build, and that's, yeah, it shouldn't be a fancy, too complicated build. That defeats the purpose. Back rotor, you can see the symbol printed on there. Rescue sticker, and then you have the main cockpit piece, which is one big piece, of course, which can come off in one go, so you can put your pilot inside here with just a control panel, no levers, as you can see. And other than that, that's a empty hollow inside. So there's that, just nice and simple. Got some thrusters up here to help maintain the speed or something, if you will. Not quite sure. And then you have the cargo. Back here, of course, is the door to open it to drop the cargo out or deploy the soldiers. I don't know, but there is cargo in here. I'm just gonna pour that out. They all just came flying out. Got a box, got a crate here, and then we got a crate of bananas for the monkeys, of course. Monkeys that may be stuck in the trees. So there is that. And then the main feature of this helicopter comes from underneath. You can see there's this hook here and there's this wheel here, and of course to do that you turn it out, and the idea is to, you know, rescue the animals or pull something out of the way, like the tree. I don't know how far this can go. I'm not going to do all the way because it would be a hassle to wind back up, but you get the idea. You turn the knob, then you can raise and lower this hook. So it's very straightforward, very simple. It doesn't require that much work, and playability on this thing is very good. So you got a pilot seat, you got a cargo port, and a full-on hook play feature. So I will say I have to give the designer credit for doing an actual decent job at this helicopter. It is quite nice, to say the least. Engines up here. That's the final thing to show you. And yeah, it's very good. No, to say the least. Oh, there's dust on these rotors. I just realized that now. This is what happens when you leave a set sitting on the floor too long, for 2 months. But anyways, back to, as I was saying, yeah, this helicopter is generally, it's pretty well done, to say the least. I like it, good playability, and it just overall looks pretty decent. So yeah, it's a good set, or it's a good build. Okay, and then the other vehicle included in this set is this little off-terrain tread vehicle thing, because as you can see, it is on a tread, so it moves around with ease. Although this hook will be a problem because it will keep getting caught up and stuff. There's really no way to hook this up, like put away the hook properly, so you can just move the vehicle around, so you can, unless you like just take it off. But of course the idea of it is to tug stuff, pull stuff, just like the same job as the helicopter. So overall, minus the hook, this again looks pretty decent. And of course playability is of utter importance, so the treads are done quite nicely. It is stiff, but as you can see, it works on any flat surface like this. This is glass that it's on, so yeah, looks pretty good overall, to say the least. What more can I say? Oh, there's a crate back here, crate storage, just like that. And then raise the roof up here, has some overhead lights. We got our dude in there driving, as you can see. Yep, that's the driver's seat with the steering wheel. So overall, this miniature vehicle is very good. This and the helicopter are some of the good vehicle designs I've seen so far, and I think this is also pretty nice, to say the least. I like this vehicle, and I like the choppers, so this is not bad. Minus this hook. This is really the main problem of this vehicle. One more little build. Well, not really little, but it's a small build, to say the least. This is a little mobile research camp that has been set up underneath this hut. So it's, you know, it's a pop-up camp, so it's temporary. Then we do have some monkeys here, which we will take a look at in the animals, with the other animals. We got a chair, got a table. At the back, we got, looks like they're taking a look at one of the crocodile eggs. We got a microscope, a surface with some drawers, and we're not quite sure what these are. These may be like holograms, I don't know. It looks like we have a solar panel battery here. So I guess this is what's powering the camp. You know, this is mobile, so solar powered electricity is the most useful way to do so. And on the top of the hut here, you got that sticker again with the logo. Here is the back. Nothing too much back there in particular. These are just empty door frame pieces, and these are really just supported by the Ninjago Sensei Wu staffs. So it's like that, and I like this little hut. You know, it's a very neat, simplistic design. I would love to see this in a $24 set. This would be pretty cool. I like this hut. There's just something about it that just looks pretty good in general. So yeah, so this hut, very good. I love the idea of the solar panel battery, and yeah, good work. Okay, let's take a look at the minifigures in this set. There are 4 minifigures in this set. None of them are any main characters. The other sets did have main characters from the show, but not in this one. So the first one we have is just this little vet with a banana with the smug civilian face. So I guess the idea of him is, of course, he's one of the vets. He's taking care of the monkeys in this case because of the banana. Simple uniform, no secondary face. He's got that standard hair piece. Next up, we have the chopper pilot. He's got the helmet on, of course, and that's why. I think this is the same vest we've seen on some other figure from this line. I just don't remember exactly where. But no secondary face. So yeah, average citizen minifigures, as I like to call these, because they don't have any distinctive names, so they don't have any distinctive purposes. So next up, I guess this is one of the on-site, on-camp workers. She's got one of the best hair pieces I think LEGO has made for minifigures, which is the hat and hair combo. We really need more of these, LEGO. Keep making them. This is good, because this really gives. Because this doesn't restrict you from either choosing a hat only or a hair only. Because if it's just a hat, essentially the figure might be bald. So I like that. This is a good thing. She has 2 faces, as you can see. Her happy face, very cheerful face, as you can see, and her already smiling personality. I like this blue jacket she's wearing though. The blue actually adds it quite well. And then she's got that walkie-talkie. Last but definitely not the least, this is the guy that I took out of that other vehicle, that all-terrain vehicle that was in the set. He's also got a pretty happy personality. Look at that smile. Looks like he's having a great day. And yeah, he's got your standard rescue suit, and he has 2 faces. I guess this is just this neutral face, like, I don't have the particular feeling kind of face. So you'll notice no main characters, unlike the other sets, which is a first. But overall, still, as I would call them, an average class citizen minifigure. Alright, it's time to look at what you guys really came here for, and of course what I really got these sets for, the animals. Starting off, we have our two monkeys in this set. Monkeys have been in the other sets as well, including the rescue camp. So in this set, we have two of these brown monkeys with which I like to call just skin color on the face. They've got that very simple smiley face on their facial prints, as you can see. One of them is holding a big microscope, and then the other one is holding looks like he broke his arm. Oh, the poor lad. He has a cast around his arm. And yeah, so these are one piece figures. Of course, I really like the molds that they've done, and because you're in so many sets and in a handful of numbers, it's not gonna be that hard to to build a colony of monkeys. And if you're doing a zoo or anything, these will definitely be super helpful, especially if you're doing a monkey exhibit. So I like this design of the monkeys. I really like how they're spicing up different prints and colors of these animal figures, so there's no repetitiveness, and I like that. Next animal, we've got a brand new, I think this is a completely new crocodile. Lego has made many crocodile figures in the past, but they have no prints. Their eyes are just holes. I have one of the old ones, but I think I have it stored away somewhere, so I can't really pull it out to compare. But the reason why I think this is new is because, number one, I don't recognize it. It just looks completely new. So I think it's new. The tail is swishable, as you can see. It can move side to side, and that's good. Gives the crocodile some maneuverability and not stuck in one pose. So that's good. The eyes, good. They printed the eyes because, of course, like I said, the old crocodiles don't have that. Their eyes are just holes in their heads. I mean, the jaw is, of course, still plain inside, but it's still pretty big. You can fit a whole fish piece or other things inside if you can, like small Lego pieces, and close it up, no problem. But yeah, it can open pretty wide, and then you've got the legs, which are stuck to the bodies, so unfortunately cannot be moved. There are studs, so essentially you can get someone riding a crocodile or put stuff on the crocodile. There are studs underneath. You can see the tail is kind of connected with a Technic piece. And yeah, so I like this new crocodile. Obviously, it's a lot better than what we've got in the past. This is a definite glow up for the crocodile animal created by Lego. Last but definitely not the least, of course, you know I had to save the best for last. These are the elephants in this set. This is the only set that we actually get a baby elephant. But of course, the adult elephant here is new for the wave. A lot of it has been received pretty positively. The other set, the rescue camp set, also had this adult elephant. Same mold, same print. However, there's one distinctive difference, and that is within the tusks. So here's that other elephant. You can see the camp elephant consists of longer tusk, and then this elephant in this set has shorter tusks. Just a minor difference. If you really care about your elephants and their tusks, just be on the lookout, be aware. But me personally, it's whatever. Yeah, you know, it switches up. Again, it doesn't create repetitiveness. Even though I will say maybe a new color print would be cool as well. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. The fact that we're getting a new elephant figure already, I'm already happy, very happy about it. Before we look at this guy, let's look at the baby one first. Very adorable, very cute. Look at that. He's holding the little leaf. Oh man, so cute. He looks so innocent with the tiny trunk. Unfortunately, this is one piece, so there's nothing you can move. He's just one piece, and you know what? That's all I'm asking for. I don't care about playability. Having a baby elephant is cute enough. One little stud on top, and then nothing. That's it. So, yep, that is the baby elephant, looking absolutely adorable. Very, very nice. Now, the adult elephant, it consists mainly the head, the trunk, and the main body and the tusks. So the main body is one whole piece. The legs cannot move, unfortunately. However, there are studs, so of course you can slap this on the base plate and it'll fit on quite nicely. There are studs on the top as well, so figures can ride it, you can put stuff on it, put a saddle maybe. And like I've said, the distinctive difference from the other elephant is this elephant's trunks are smaller. They use the smaller spike piece. Now, playability wise, the head can be moved. It is on a ratchet joint. This is moving up, so it's trumpeting, down, so it's drinking. And of course, the trunk can be moved like this. Fortunately, the trunk only moves by spinning. But I think that's okay now. I kind of didn't like it when I looked at the camp video, but now that I'm looking at it like this, I think it makes sense, you know? It, like, just one simple spin already changes the position of the trunk. So I think that is actually, I think simple is actually what makes it easy, because I gotta keep in mind kids will be most likely playing with these sets. So this is good. So most of the maneuverability is in the head, and I think that's fine. Though it would also be nice if we got them in the legs. Again, I'm a huge fan of animals, Lego animals, and these new elephants. Having two of them, having one was cool enough, but now I have two from two different sets, and it's not a duplicate technically. It's good. So again, for people who are potentially building a Lego zoo, this is like a dream for them. So very good elephant figure. Last but definitely not least, of course, it is tradition in a Lego review to look at the box these days. So here is the box for this set. Set 60302 with 525 pieces, and yeah, lots of things going on here. You can see the helicopter trying to pull up the tree so the baby elephant can cross. That's another ideal situation. I think it's a lot less, it's not as dark as the one I gave. Okay, let's look up. There is just a photo of the baby elephant and the monkey and the minifigs, and then at the back, looks like the elephant here is having is challenging the crocodile to stay away from his kid. I mean, the elephants do tend to do that when they see that their babies are being threatened. They tend to make a stand. So that's pretty cool, seeing an elephant facing up against a crocodile. I don't know why I'm like taking my time appreciating this, but Lego often does some pretty neat box art on their sets, to say the least. So yeah. So that is it for the box. I'm not going to bother flipping it back over. So back to my question. Is this set any good? And my answer is, it's not as good as the Rescue Camp. I think I prefer the Rescue Camp a lot more over this one. Mainly because of the selection of animals. The crocodile is nice. We do get a baby elephant, which is adorable. We also get monkeys, but from the camp sets, we got also an elephant, but with the larger tusks, as you saw. A whole family of lions as well as an eagle. So I felt like the animal selection here was a little bit weak. Could have thrown in maybe like maybe just like another, maybe like a zebra or something. That would be nice to get a Lego zebra to complete the safari theme. So I just feel like it's a little bit lackluster, or maybe just put in another hippo to go with the crocodile. Honestly, I just feel like the set could use more animals, and there's of course way more terrain than the camp. However, the terrain build in this set is a lot more flat. As you can see, there's really nothing really standing out, whereas the camp, it was basically a tree house. It had like trees, caves, and it just had more depth and height in their builds. This is just a flat terrain, which I get it's maybe part of the safari plains, but I just feel like the only reason this set is expensive is because of the helicopter. So I feel that was a cheap cop-out. At least that's what it felt like for me going into the set. Other than that, it's a pretty mediocre set. I give this a 7 out of 10. I would recommend it, but if you really want to not spend so much money on collecting these new sets, you want the animals, I suggest just getting the camp set, maybe a couple of the cheap ones. Maybe if you already have a crocodile, then you really don't need this set. If you want a baby elephant, I think there are some sets out there that still have baby elephants, so it's just the full-on adult elephant that is really the new animal figure that they've made. So yeah, so I'm not saying it's bad, but I feel like if I had to compare this to the camp set, apples to apples, I would say the red apple is better than the green apple. In this case, this is the green apple, the camp is the red apple, in case you didn't understand that. So yeah, so with that being said, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. We are finally done all the City 2021 sets at long last. So now next on the radar is the Jurassic World 2021 sets. And then finally we can move on to the 2022 stuff. You can see just how behind I am. Thank God I'm finally getting this done. Okay, we'll see you in those ones. Bye for now.